A blessed day, dear learners. Get ready to embark on an exciting journey of discovery and learning in this video. In today's session, we will explore the principles and practices of biological classification. As you engage, please prioritize your safety, and may divine blessings guide your way. We warmly welcome you to join us on the esteemed Teacher Lumaban YouTube channel.
Commit your way to the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Psalm 37 verse 5. What is the highest taxonomic rank in the hierarchical classification system? A. Kingdom. B. Domain. C. Phylum. D. Species. Who introduced the binomial nomenclature system? A. Charles Darwin. B. Carl Linnaeus. C. Gregor Mendel. D. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. What is the primary difference between artificial classification and natural classification? A. Artificial classification is based on evolutionary relationships, while natural classification is based on observable traits. B. Artificial classification is based on observable traits, while natural classification considers evolutionary history and genetic data. C. Artificial classification uses molecular characteristics, while natural classification uses morphological features. D. There is no difference between artificial and natural classification. Why is binomial nomenclature written in italics or underlined? A. To distinguish it from other text. B. To indicate it is in Latin. C. To highlight its scientific importance. D. To make it easier to read. How do cladograms help in understanding evolutionary relationships? A. By showing only physical traits of organisms. B. By illustrating the divergence points and shared traits over time. C. By organizing organisms based on body size. D. By categorizing organisms by habitat. Please compare your selected answers with the answers listed in the answer key provided. If your chosen answer matches the one in the answer key, mark it as correct. After reviewing all the questions and answers, calculate your final score based on the number of correct answers. Point 3. How did you score? Did you achieve a high score? If yes, congratulations on a job well done. If not, don't worry. We will help you deepen your understanding through this video.
Hierarchical classification. Organisms are systematically organized into a hierarchy of taxonomic ranks, progressing from broad, inclusive categories to more specific and exclusive ones. The primary taxonomic ranks are as follows. Domain, the highest rank, categorizing life into three broad groups, bacteria, archaea, and eukarya. Kingdom, subdivisions under each domain, such as Plantae, Animalia, Fungi, Protista, and Minera. Phylum groups organisms based on major body plans or structural features. Class, further subdivisions of a phylum, refining distinctions, e.g., Mammalia under Chordata. Order, narrower groups within a class, often defined by shared traits, e.g., carnivora for meat-eating mammals. Family, a collection of closely related genera sharing distinct characteristics, e.g., Felidae for cats. Genus, a group of closely related species, serving as the first part of an organism's scientific name. Species, the most specific rank, identifying individual organisms capable of interbreeding and producing viable offspring. This hierarchical structure helps scientists categorize and study the immense diversity of life systematically. Hierarchical classification. Ang mga organismo ay sistematikong isinaayos sa isang hierarchy ng mga ranggo ng taxonomic na umuusad mula sa malawak, napapabilang ng mga kategorya tungo sa mas tiyak at eksklusibong mga kategorya. Ang mga pangunahing ranggo ng taxonomic ay ang mga sumusunod. Domain, ang pinakamataas na ranggo na ikinakategorya ang buhay sa tatlong malawak na grupo, bacteria, archaea, at eukarya. Kaharian, mga subdivision sa ilalim ng bawat domain, gaya ng Plantae, Animalia, Fungi, Protista, at Minera. Phylum, pinagpapangkat ang mga organismo batay sa mga pangunahing plano ng katawan o mga tampok na istruktura. Klase, karagdagang mga subdivision ng isang phylum, pinadalisay ang mga pagkakaiba, Mammalia sa ilalim ng Chordata. Pagkakasunod-sunod, mas makitid na mga grupo sa loob ng isang klase na kadalasang tinutukoy ng mga ibinahaging katangian, carnivora para sa mga mammal na kumakain ng karne. Pamilya, isang koleksyon ng mga malapit na nauugnay na genera na nagbabahagi ng mga natatanging katangian, Felidae para sa mga pusa. Genus, isang grupo ng mga malapit na nauugnay na species na nagsisilbing unang bahagi ng siyentipikong pangalan ng isang organismo. Species, ang pinaka-espesipikong rango, pagkilala sa mga individual na organismo na may kakayahang mag-interbreed at makagawa ng mga mabubuhay na supling. Ang hierarchical structure na ito ay tumutulong sa mga siyentipiko na ikategorya at pag-aralan ang napakalawak na pagkakaiba-iba ng buhay sa sistematikong paraan. Binomial nomenclature. The binomial nomenclature system, introduced by Carl Linnaeus, provides a standardized way to name organisms. Genus, the first part of the scientific name, always capitalized, e.g., Homo. Species, the second part, written in lowercase, e.g., Sapiens. Formatting, both parts are written in italics or underlined when handwritten, e.g., Homo sapiens. This two-part name ensures global consistency, avoiding confusion caused by local or common names. Binomial nomenclature. Ang binomial nomenclature system na ipinakilala ni Carl Linnaeus ay nagbibigay ng standardized na paraan upang pangalanan ng mga organismo. Genus, ang unang bahagi ng siyentipikong pangalan, palaging nakakapitalized, Homo. Species, ang pangalawang bahagi, nakasulat sa lowercase, Sapiens. Pag-format, ang parehong bahagi ay nakasulat sa italics o may salungguhit kapag sulat kamay, Homo sapiens. Tinitiyak ng dalawang bahaging pangalan na ito ang pandaigdigang pagkakapare-pareho, pag-iwas sa kalituhan na dulot ng lokal o karaniwang mga pangalan. Based on similarities and differences. Organisms are grouped by analyzing both shared and differing traits. Isa. Morphology, the external form and structure of organisms, such as body shape, size, or features like leaves and flowers. 2. Anatomy, internal structures, including organs, tissues, and systems, providing deeper insights into relationships. 3. Molecular characteristics, genetic material, DNA and RNA, protein sequences, and molecular pathways are compared for precision. 4. Behavior and ecology, observations of how organisms interact with their environment and each other, e.g., feeding habits, reproduction. This multifaceted approach enables biologists to accurately categorize organisms based on their biological and ecological contexts. Batay sa pagkakatulad at pagkakaiba. Ang mga organismo ay pinagsama-sama sa pamamagitan ng pag-aaral sa magkaibang mga katangian. 1. Morpolohiya, ang panlabas na anyo at istruktura ng mga organismo, tulad ng hugis ng katawan, laki, o mga katangian tulad ng mga dahon at bulaklak. 2. Anatomy, mga panloob na istruktura, kabilang ang mga organo, tissue, at sistema na nagbibigay ng mas malalim na pananaw sa mga relasyon. 3. Mga katangian ng molekular, ang genetic na material, DNA at RNA, mga sequence ng protina, at mga molecular pathway ay inihambing para sa katumpakan. 4. Pag-uugali at ekolohiya, mga obserbasyon kung paano nakikipag-ugnayan ng mga organismo sa kanilang kapaligiran at sa isa't isa, mga gawi sa pagpapakain, pagpaparami. Ang multifaceted approach na ito ay nagbibigay daan sa mga biologist na tumpak na ikategorya ang mga organismo batay sa kanilang biological at ecological na konteksto. Evolutionary relationships. Modern classification emphasizes phylogeny, which traces the evolutionary history and lineage of organisms. Organisms sharing a common ancestor are grouped together. Cladigrams and phylogenetic trees visually depict these relationships, illustrating divergence points and shared traits over time. This method aligns classification with the evolutionary connections that unite all life forms. Evolutionaryong relasyon. Binibigyang diin ng modernong klasifikasyon ng phylogeny na sumusubaybay sa kasaysayan ng ebolusyon at angkan ng mga organismo. Ang mga organismo na nagbabahagi ng isang karaniwang ninuno ay pinagsama-sama. Ang mga cladigram at phylogenetic tree ay biswal na naglalarawan sa mga ugnayang ito na naglalarawan ng mga divergence point at magkabahaging katangian sa paglipas ng panahon. Ang pamamaraang ito ay nakahanay sa pag-uuri sa mga evolusyonaryong koneksyon na pinag-iisa ang lahat ng mga anyo ng buhay. Natural versus artificial systems. Natural classification groups organisms based on evolutionary relationships and genetic data, reflecting their true biological connections. Artificial classification, a simpler, earlier system that grouped organisms based on observable traits, such as color, size, or habitat, often without considering evolutionary history. While artificial systems are practical for quick identification, natural systems offer a deeper understanding of biological relationships. Natural versus artificial na sistema. Natural classification, pinagpangkat-pangkat ang mga organismo batay sa mga evolusyonaryong relasyon at genetic data na sumasalamin sa kanilang tunay na biological na koneksyon. Artipisyal na pag-uuri, isang mas simple, mas naunang sistema na nagpangkat ng mga organismo batay sa mga nakikitang katangian, gaya ng kulay, laki, o tirahan, kadalasan ng hindi isinasaalang-alang ang kasaysayan ng ebolusyon. Habang ang mga artipisyal na sistema ay praktikal para sa mabilis na pagkilala, ang mga natural na sistema ay nag-aalok ng mas malalim na pag-unawa sa mga biolohikal na relasyon. Use of taxonomic keys. Taxonomic keys, particularly dichotomous keys, are tools used to identify organisms. The user chooses between two contrasting traits at each step, leading to the next choice until the organism is identified. Example: 1A. Leaves needle-like go to step 2. 1B. Leaves broad go to step 3. Such keys are indispensable in fieldwork and academic studies for accurately identifying species. Paggamit ng taxonomic keys. Ang mga taxonomic key, partikular na ang mga dichotomous key, ay mga tool na ginagamit upang makilala ang mga organismo. Pumipili ang user sa pagitan ng dalawang magkaibang katangian sa bawat hakbang na humahantong sa susunod na pagpipilian hanggang sa matukoy ang organismo. Halimbawa, 1A. Umalis na parang karayom pumunta sa hakbang 2. 1B. Malawak ang dahon pumunta sa hakbang 3. Ang ganitong mga susi ay kailangan sa fieldwork at akademikong pag-aaral para sa tumpak na pagtukoy ng mga species. Universal acceptance. The global standardization of naming and classifying organisms is maintained by organizations such as International Code of Zoological Nomenclature, ICZN, governs the naming of animals. International Code of Botanical Nomenclature, ICBN, sets rules for plant naming. International Code of Nomenclature for Algae, Fungi, and Plants, ICN, addresses organisms in these domains. This ensures consistency across disciplines, languages, and regions. Pangkalahatang pagtanggap. Ang pandaigdigang standardisasyon ng pagbibigay ng pangalan at pag-uuri ng mga organismo ay pinananatili ng mga organisasyon tulad ng International Code of Zoological Nomenclature, ICZN, namamahala sa pagbibigay ng pangalan sa mga hayop. International Code of Botanical Nomenclature, ICBN, nagtatakda ng mga tuntunin para sa pagpapangalan ng halaman. International Code of Nomenclature para sa algae, fungi, and plants, ICN, tumutugon sa mga organismo sa mga domain na ito. Tinitiyak nito ang pagkakapare-pareho sa mga disiplina, wika, at rehiyon. Dynamic nature. Classification systems are not static. They evolve with scientific advancements, particularly from fields like molecular biology and genetics. New discoveries of DNA sequences, protein structures, and fossil evidence often lead to reclassification. Technologies, such as genome sequencing, enable more precise distinctions and uncover previously unknown relationships. This dynamic nature reflects the continuous pursuit of knowledge about life on Earth. Dynamic na kalikasan. Ang mga sistema ng pag-uuri ay hindi static. Nag-evolve ang mga ito sa mga pagsulong sa siyensya, partikular na mula sa mga larangan tulad ng molecular biology at genetics. Ang mga bagong pagtuklas ng mga pagkakasunod-sunod ng DNA, istruktura ng protina, at ebidensya ng fossil ay kadalasang humahantong sa muling pag-uuri. Ang mga teknolohiya, tulad ng pagkakasunod-sunod ng genome, ay nagbibigay daan sa mas tumpak na mga pagkakaiba at nag-aalis ng mga dating hindi kilalang relasyon. Ang dinamikong kalikasan na ito ay sumasalamin sa patuloy na paghahanap ng kaalaman tungkol sa buhay sa Earth. Conclusion. Adhering to these principles, biologists maintain a classification system that is systematic, reflects evolutionary history, and aids in understanding biodiversity. By integrating traditional and modern approaches, taxonomy remains a cornerstone of biological sciences. Conclusion. Ang pagsunod sa mga prinsipyong ito, ang mga biologist ay nagpapanatili ng sistema ng pag-uuri na sistematiko, sumasalamin sa kasaysayan ng ebolusyon, at tumutulong sa pag-unawa sa biodiversity. Sa pamamagitan ng pagsasama ng tradisyonal at modernong mga diskarte, ang taxonomy ay nananatiling isang pundasyon ng mga biolohikal na agham.
Using a dichotomous key, which step would you choose to identify an organism with needle-like leaves? A. 1a leaves broad rightward arrow go to step 2. B. 1a leaves needle-like rightward arrow go to step 2. C. 1b leaves broad rightward arrow go to step 3. D. 1b leaves needle-like rightward arrow go to step 4. Given the genus Homo and species Sapiens, what is the correct binomial name for humans? A. Homo sapiens. B. Homo sapiens. C. Homo sapiens. D. Homo sapiens. Which of the following best compares morphology and molecular characteristics as methods of classification? A. Morphology focuses on body shape, while molecular characteristics examine genetic material. B. Morphology uses evolutionary relationships, while molecular characteristics only observe physical traits. C. Molecular characteristics focus on external traits like leaves and flowers, while morphology looks at internal structures. D. There is no difference between morphology and molecular characteristics. How do taxonomy keys simplify the identification process for researchers? A. By providing a list of all known species. B. By allowing researchers to choose between two contrasting traits at each step. C. By explaining the history of each organism. D. By giving a complete description of every organism. What distinguishes a phylum from a class in the taxonomic hierarchy? A. A phylum includes more specific traits than a class. B. A phylum is broader and more inclusive than a class. C. A class is the highest rank, while a phylum is the lowest. D. There is no difference between a phylum and a class. What is the significance of the dynamic nature of classification in reflecting evolutionary history? A. It leads to a static, unchanging system of classification. B. It reflects new discoveries and improves the understanding of evolutionary relationships. C. It eliminates the need for new classification systems. D. It makes classification more complicated and less accurate. What is the main advantage of natural classification over artificial classification? A. Natural classification is simpler and faster. B. Natural classification provides a deeper understanding of evolutionary relationships. C. Natural classification does not require genetic analysis. D. Natural classification is based only on external features. What is the limitation of using only morphology for classifying organisms? A. It does not consider genetic information. B. It only works for certain species. C. It is not a practical method for field work. D. It focuses only on behavior, not physical traits. Why is the use of universal naming codes important in taxonomy? It ensures consistency and prevents confusion across regions and languages. B. It makes the naming process quicker. C. It reduces the need for further classification systems. D. It makes scientific names easier to memorize. Which of the following best describes a cladogram used to illustrate evolutionary relationships? A. It shows only the physical traits of organisms in a group. B. It is a visual representation of divergence points and shared traits among species. C. It groups organisms based on their color and size. D. It illustrates the habits and behaviors of organisms. Please compare your selected answers with the answers listed in the answer key provided. If your chosen answer matches the one in the answer key, mark it as correct. After reviewing all the questions and answers, calculate your final score based on the number of correct answers. Point 3. How did you score? Did you achieve a high score? If so, congratulations on a job well done. If not, don't worry. You can review this video to further enhance your understanding of the topic. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4 verse 13. I hope you found our teacher Lumaban's self-learning video enjoyable and informative. If you gained new knowledge from this video, we would greatly appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to share it with your friends. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. We value your feedback. Thank you very much for watching our videos. We hope to see you again in our next video. May God bless you always. Welcome to the Teacher Lumaban YouTube channel.